Today I fucked up by following my female friend's instructions to slap her across the face. Before I begin, I would like to say that violence and women don't mix, ever. With that out of the way, I've been friends with this particular girl for a very long time. I want to say more than a decade? We're very much platonic friends because we both have the same taste in women and we stick with what we like. A very pertinent detail about this friend: she has very bad asthma. She keeps it under control for the most part, with one glaring exception. If she starts sobbing, there's a chance it will trigger what I call a feedback loop asthma attack. The asthma attack is triggered by the sobbing. The lack of air makes her sob harder, and eventually very bad things start happening. Happily enough, her super asthma attack has a very easy fix. If she gets slapped across the face, it's startling enough for her to snap out of it, and once she's back she'll use her inhaler in the interests of breathing. I am not a shrink or any form of medical professional. This is not medical advice. Do not hit girls. My friend called me up earlier today and informed me that I've been inside too long and am clearly in desperate need of retail therapy. This is a coded message. It really means my friend needs to go to the mall and her girlfriend is busy, so I just volunteered to serve as combination bodyguard, chauffeur, and porter. So I jump in my car, pick her up, and off to the mall we go. We're partway through the shopping and my friend gets a call. She picks it up, talks briefly with someone. It was her girlfriend calling to let her know that their dog had passed away from complications to surgery. And she makes a gasping sound and hauls ass to the nearest available restrooms. I follow as quickly as I can despite being loaded down with recent purchases and see her dip into the men's room, which I took to mean I should follow her in. I come in behind and she's at one of the sinks trying to get the sensor to come on, I think to wash her face. I ask her what's wrong and am answered by unintelligible Wookiee sounds. I set her shopping up on the mall bathroom's countertop, figuring that will be slightly less unsanitary than the mall bathroom floor, and help her get the faucet running. She starts to sob, and then it turns into the gasping sob that indicates asthma attack inbound. Unbeknownst to me, Paul Blart Mall Cop saw a girl sprint into the men's bathroom and decided that was worth investigating. He blarted into the bathroom to witness me grab a girl who was crying. She was sinking to the floor and would have been pissed if I let her fall on that floor, shake her once, and when she didn't respond, wind up and slap her across the face. He then did what any mall security professional would do and promptly forgot all of his training on how to deal with situations like these, not to mention break several laws, and go straight for the most potent weapon in his arsenal. That weapon being the taser. Just in case anyone was curious, it is not fun being tased. 1/10, would not recommend. I can also report that a taser is not an effective remedy for an asthma attack. I know this because my entire body locked up because tased, and as such I was incapable of releasing my friend, and we fell in such a way that one of the prongs that was zapping me made contact with the wet bathroom floor. Since she landed in some of the same wet on the floor, she got a dose of zap as well. I'm unsure if she was getting zapped before we hit the floor, but she definitely was getting zapped while we were on the floor. It was only when the twitching had subsided that Mall Cop remembered he had a radio and summoned some adults. Myself and my friend got loaded into ambulances and taken to the hospital. Mall Cop got loaded into an actual police car, and just now, at 5 a.m. on the day after, am I finally getting home from a quick trip to the mall. Too long did not read. Friend has asthma attack from crying about bad news. Mall Cop walks in at the worst time imaginable, panics and decides to tase first and ask questions never. You didn't mess up here, Yosemite Sam the Taser Lord. There is the idiot here. Unless you're about 2 foot taller and built like a brick house while he's the height and description of the real Yosemite Sam, there is no reason to take first and ask questions later. Let's go, in and out, 20-minute mall adventure. This was a very well written and entertaining story. Hope you and your friend are well. Talk to an attorney. These, TIFU, might turn out to be, TIBR, today I became rich. Oh man, what a fucking day for you op, haha. I'm so happy you guys are okay. But you set up the scenario perfectly in my mind. This sounds like something out of a Chris Farley movie. I'm gonna be torn up by random giggles for the next week. I wish you and your friend well in the recovery process. On bright side, you have a damn good story to tell for years coming. Time to sue?